today on 15 on 15.
The youth on the island are proving that they are contributing members of society with their participation with Feria Social. Plus, we'll tell you why some pet owners treat their dogs like they are their babies. And the International School of Aruba celebrates their 85th anniversary. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. When teenagers make headlines, it is usually tied to negativity. But with Feria Social being launched, many youngsters are rolling up their sleeves and doing good for the community. At the YMCA Center in Dakota, 5 students from the International School of Aruba are carefully planning on how to map out a new computer lab for the kids there. The students received a surprise visit from the Minister of Social Affairs, who says the youths taking part in Feria Social should be acknowledged and recognized. The children at the YMCA in Dakota will be technologically more advanced once the computer lab is finished. Minister Cruz wants to shift focus to the youths contributing to society rather than placing attention to the damage that some youngsters do to the community. The students appreciated the minister taking time out to pay his gratitude for their participation in Feria Social. In other local news, Dutch astronaut André Kuipers was recently on the island to take part in an art auction for Colegio Laura Wernet Pascal. We had a chance to speak to the astronaut to find out his journey after his space missions. André Kuipers is the first Dutch astronaut to return to space. His journey into space has been legendary, so we catch up with the astronaut to find out how he has been able to follow up with his legacy.
I would love to fly again, but that's not very likely. We don't have so many flights, and I had very successful flights. So, and what I do now mostly is outreach. It's very important that we get young people who are interested in technology and science. And so I like to stimulate students to go in that direction. And we do this in several ways. And one of the nice ways is to go to schools, tell them about all the different ways we use technology in space. And on top of that, I also tell them how fragile the planet is.
The Dutch astronaut sat down with Prime Minister Amen. Giving back, he says, is his key focus. Incorporating the future generations to take part in sustainability and green technology is also important. There are many opportunities for the former astronaut to contribute to Aruba's sustainability vision.
The relationship with Aruba is now threefold in a way. It's a very nice island to be for holidays, but I was also President Green Aruba, so this is very interesting to see how you can use sustainable technologies for the islands, and this is also something we use in space, and I'm very much involved in that. I very much care about to get a green world. And the third one is why I'm here now, and this is art, and that was also a very interesting aspect of my mission.
And on that note, we will be right back with your lifestyle segment, so stay with us. After the break, how to deal with Facebook after ending a relationship. Welcome back from the break. You are watching 15 on 15. Dog owners like myself know firsthand that the bond you share with your furry friend is irreplaceable. So it makes sense that new research has determined that the relationship shared between owner and dog can be as emotionally strong as the connection between mothers and their children. It's all in the eyes. Some dog owners treat their dogs like their babies. While this might seem ridiculous to some, a new study has proved that in a growing body of science explains how dogs have gained such an important place in human society. Owner-dog bonding is comparable to parent-infant bonding. Researchers had shown the eye connection between dogs and humans increases the levels of oxytocin in people. Oxytocin, also known as the cuddle chemical, is a hormone mammals produce in the brain that encourages bonding between mothers and their offspring. It is also involved in partner and social bonding. So that love generated between the pet owner and the dog is all in the eyes. In the same study, it was discovered that dogs can actually feel things. They can differentiate when their human is happy or angry, so they act accordingly, which oftentimes strengthens that bond. For all the men out there, here's a question for you. When it comes to donating to a charity, what is it that determines how much you are willing to give? The latest research suggests guys donate more money to charity when they see other guys donating to an attractive woman's fundraising cause. The results of the study found men donated significantly more money to the women who were ranked more attractive than the women who were ranked less attractive. Plus, after a male donor made a large donation to an attractive woman, other men were 4 times more likely to donate a large sum to that woman as well. Researchers found that male fundraisers' attractiveness did not seem to influence how much the women gave to their cause. At the same time, other women's donations to those attractive guys had no effect on the amount ladies gave to the fundraisers. Study authors note that the competitive drive to donate more money to good-looking ladies when other guys are throwing down cash is probably subconscious. They suggest that those actions might be caused by a desire to follow social norms or look more attractive to the opposite sex. Interesting indeed. Turning the page over to breakups in the new era. So once a relationship is over, the remnants of it lives on Facebook, especially when you log on and his newsfeed pops right up on your page. Here are a few surprising ways people actually handle breakups on Facebook.
How to block someone on Facebook in case you just went through a breakup and you need a little space right now.
According to a new study, we are a lot more mature about handling our breakups on Facebook than we probably thought. Researchers asked 200 young adults who'd broken up with someone within the last 2 years about their post-breakup Facebook usage and found that 28% of them just got the hell off Facebook altogether, or at least spent less time on it and barely talked about the breakup in status updates. 23% changed their status to single or the classic "it's complicated," or removed all evidence of their past relationship from their page. 10% of people stalked their exes constantly, which if you think about it, is a really low number. 9% just avoided looking at their ex's page or unsubscribed from their feed, which takes some serious restraint, so hats off to them. There's more statistics. 8% didn't change anything and kept acting like they always did on Facebook. 4% of people made super sad status updates about the loss. 4 other percent of people unfriended or blocked their exes, and a final 4% posted non-stop about all the awesome stuff they've been doing lately. Let's take a very quick break. Here's what's coming up next for you. Coming up, details on International School of Aruba's curriculum. The International School of Aruba is commemorating 3 significant anniversaries this weekend. To celebrate the institution's success, let's get to know more about how their curriculum sets them apart from others. The International School of Aruba has plenty to celebrate this weekend. Coming this week, ISA will reach 3 distinct anniversaries.
The school was founded in 1929, which means we are now in our 85th year of the school, which seems worthy of celebration. So we're having a huge celebration this weekend, and we'll be celebrating the 85th year of the school, but also it's been 30 years since the parents bought the school from the departing oil company and renamed it International School of Aruba. There's another milestone, so that's 85 and 30, but now we have a 10-year anniversary of when the parents were struggling and International School Services adopted the school and built the campus in Waiaka. So we have 85, 30, and 10 years to celebrate this weekend.
There are several aspects of the International School of Aruba that sets them apart from the rest. One of them being certain curriculum certifications that can only be offered by them.
The basic thing that sets us apart is that we are the only English language American accredited school on the island, which means that students coming in from off island may not be able to participate in a local school in Dutch or in Papiamento. The other piece is that we prepare students for the external exams that are given in the U.S. to get kids into college, such as the SAT and the advanced placement courses, as well as offering the Favio and Habo curriculum. And so when students come to us, they have access to Dutch universities, but in an international and American setting, which means when they leave, they're generally very highly poised and articulate. When our students go to the HAVO and FABIO oral exams, they get 9s and 10s because they're very self-possessed from being in such a challenging environment.
ISA prides itself as a prestigious school offering high-quality education. The school has the capabilities to prepare the students for Ivy League. They do their utmost to ensure the students reach their full potential.
The fact that we are accredited by both Holland and the US requires us to maintain very high standards. We have many students who are trying to go to the Ivy League schools in the States. We had students this year applied to Stanford and Harvard and Princeton, Syracuse, and a lot of high-end schools. We have yet to have a full acceptance. We have wait lists, and we're waiting with fingers crossed that those will clear. But for the first time, we don't have straight rejection to the Ivy League schools. For the students to compete in the outer world, we really need to keep the standards high. It's a big, bad world out there, and it takes a lot of savvy to make it. And so we want to make sure our students are prepared.
The International School of Aruba is a costly program. On average, parents must spend $27,000 annually in order for their kids to attend ISA. In celebration of their 85th anniversary, though, the school is launching a scholarship foundation. We will have details on that on the next edition of 15 on 15, along with other newsworthy topics. We'll see you Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. right here on Channel 15 ATV.